Welcome back, Scorpio. I'm Selena, and I am honored once again to walk alongside you through today's cosmic landscape. Today is May 8th, 2025, and the energy is shifting distinctly from reflection into action. If yesterday felt like a pause between worlds, today you may sense the first true movement towards something new. The universe is asking not just for your patience now, but for your participation. Conscious, focused, and courageous. In today's reading, we will explore how these shifts are affecting your financial outlook, your relationships, your work and ambitions, and your overall sense of health and stability. I'll also share your lucky numbers, your strongest astrological alliances, and the color that can help you align more smoothly with today's call for action. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe and stay connected so you never miss the guidance the stars are offering you every day. Now, Scorpio, let's step into the currents shaping your new beginning. Today, Scorpio, the moon completes its transit through Pisces, encouraging you to harvest the wisdom of your inner world before crossing into Aries later in the day. This shift from a water sign to a fire sign marks a critical pivot. Emotions that have been swirling inside you are ready to find external expression. You are moving from contemplation into choice, from dreaming into doing. However, because the moon crosses into Aries late in the day, timing is essential. The earlier hours favor quiet preparation, finalizing intentions, and gathering strength. As the day progresses, your instincts will sharpen and opportunities for decisive action will begin to emerge, especially in personal projects, career moves, and relationship dynamics that require clear leadership. Now, Venus, continuing its favorable aspect to Pluto, empowers you to recognize where your true value lies in yourself, your relationships, and your resources. There is no room now for superficial connections or half-hearted investments of your time and energy. If something or someone is not growing alongside you, it is not meant to be carried forward. At the same time, opportunities for deepening bonds that are genuine, loyal, and empowering are highly favored. You may notice intuitively who is meant to walk this next chapter with you and who is quietly fading into the background. Mercury continues its recovery from retrograde, and while communication is more fluid than it was weeks ago, caution is still advised, especially around promises, contracts, or important declarations. Speak your truth, but be certain it reflects both your present desires and your longer-term needs. The energy today supports boldness, but boldness rooted in self-awareness, not recklessness. Pluto's slow restructuring influence reminds you that every small choice you make now contributes to a much larger transformation underway in your life. Today is not about fixing everything at once. It is about taking the first courageous steps toward building the future you have quietly been preparing for. Trust that your instincts, when grounded in emotional clarity, will not lead you astray. In the realm of finances and professional pursuits, Scorpio, today is about measured initiative. Saturn's continued presence in Pisces encourages you to act responsibly and think long-term, but with the moon's transition into Aries, you are also granted a spark of boldness that should not be wasted. If there is a negotiation you have been hesitating over, a project you have been considering launching, or a conversation about advancement you need to initiate, the latter half of today offers supportive momentum, provided you have laid the groundwork properly. Venus' favorable aspects highlight that financial opportunities may come not through isolated efforts, but through partnerships, collaborations, or joint ventures. Be mindful, however, to align yourself only with those whose visions genuinely resonate with yours. Quick gains pursued through misaligned alliances will not endure. Instead, trust that by being selective now, you are setting the stage for financial stability and professional respect that will compound over time. Patience remains essential. While small wins are possible today, the larger rewards you seek require ongoing commitment, strategic effort, and a willingness to evolve your methods as new information becomes available. Trust the timing, Scorpio. You are building not just income, but a legacy. In matters of love and personal connections, Scorpio, today's energy favors clarity and selective vulnerability. As Venus continues to harmonize with Pluto, your relationships are undergoing a subtle but powerful transformation. Superficial ties are being tested while deeper connections are being strengthened. Whether single or committed, you are being called to operate from a place of inner certainty, to know your worth, and refuse to settle for anything less than mutual respect, growth, and emotional authenticity. If you are in a relationship, today is an excellent time to initiate honest conversations about shared goals, values, and future directions. With the moon moving into Aries, avoid passive waiting. Instead, lead with openness and clear intention. For singles, today offers an opportunity to recognize quickly whether a new connection holds real potential or is simply a fleeting attraction. Trust your instincts. If a bond feels energizing and stabilizing, it deserves exploration. If it drains your energy or creates confusion, it is better to step back early rather than entangle yourself further. Overall, Scorpio, today's love landscape reminds you that real intimacy grows where there is truth, strength, and the courage to evolve together. You are ready for more, and today marks a step closer to finding, building, or deepening that. Today's astrological landscape calls for heightened, conscious attention to your physical, emotional, and energetic states, Scorpio. As the moon completes its passage through Pisces and shifts into Aries later in the day, you may experience a distinct surge in physical vitality, a sudden quickening of the pulse, a restlessness in the limbs, a heightened sense of urgency to act or move forward. This influx of fiery energy can be incredibly motivating if channeled correctly, but if left unmanaged, it may quickly tip into impatience, irritability, or even physical tension that manifests through headaches, disrupted sleep, or emotional volatility. To work harmoniously with this dynamic shift, it is essential to engage your body in mindful movement. Exercise, stretching, walking outdoors, focused breath work, or even dancing freely to music you love can help you stabilize and ground the emerging energy. Physical activity today is not merely about fitness. It is about aligning your inner fire with your external reality. Avoid bottling up this surge through inactivity, procrastination, or emotional suppression, as that would only cause the energy to turn inward destructively, amplifying anxiety or emotional frustration. Movement is not a luxury today. It is a necessity for balance. On an emotional level, the skies favor a significant clearing process. With the moon still imbued with Pisces emotional depth during the morning hours, you are invited to confront and gently release long-standing emotional burdens, grief, regret, guilt, or self-criticism that no longer serves your evolution. Memories or feelings that arise today are not meant to trap you in the past. They surface for acknowledgement and liberation. Favia, rather than revisiting old wounds to understand why, again, allow yourself the grace to simply let them go, honoring what they taught you without clinging to the pain they once carried. Healing today is not cerebral, it is somatic, living through the body and breath. Nourishment also plays a vital role in maintaining equilibrium under today's influences. Grounding foods, those rich in minerals, earth-grown, and comforting without being heavy, will help tether your rising energy to physical form. Prioritize hydration, as water remains your greatest conduit for emotional and energetic cleansing. Pay attention to your body's subtle signals. If exhaustion surfaces, rest. If restlessness dominates, move with purpose. Push neither too hard nor too little. The ideal rhythm today is steady, flowing, and responsive, not mechanical or forced. Moreover, today asks you to remember that true strength does not come from relentless pushing or emotional suppression. It is found in the careful tuning of your internal instrument, balancing your mind's drive, your heart's sensitivity, and your body's real needs into one cohesive, sustainable rhythm. Scorpio, you are a being of profound depth and power. Today's energy reminds you that honoring your limits, adapting with wisdom, and nurturing your inner equilibrium is not a retreat from strength. It is the purest expression of it. In the quiet spaces you create for yourself today, between action and reflection, between exertion and rest, true healing can unfold slowly, naturally, and with a depth that prepares you for the transformations just ahead. Today, Scorpio, the realm of family and close friendships moves into sharper focus, not through external drama, but through subtle shifts that call for your emotional maturity and discernment. As the moon transitions from Pisces into Aries, the emotional softness of the early morning gives way to a more direct, assertive tone by afternoon. This means that conversations or interactions that have lingered quietly beneath the surface, unspoken needs, minor resentments, silent disappointments, may naturally come to light. However, This exposure is not meant to destabilize your relationships. It is an opportunity for necessary realignment, for clearing the air in a way that strengthens bonds rather than weakens them. Family dynamics, in particular, benefit from clear, kind communication today. If there has been an ongoing imbalance, if you have been carrying more emotional labor than is fair, or suppressing your own needs to keep peace, today offers a window to reassert yourself without aggression. The key is intentionality, to speak not from frustration accumulated over time, but from a grounded awareness of your own value and emotional reality. Small acts, a heartfelt conversation, a boundary set respectfully, or even a gentle but firm no, can begin to recalibrate relationships that have drifted out of balance. The Aries moon lends you courage, but it is your Scorpio depth that ensures your courage is wielded wisely rather than impulsively. Friendships, too, are under quiet review today. You may sense more clearly which connections invigorate your spirit and which drain it without offering reciprocal care. These realizations are not always comfortable, but they are deeply clarifying. Trust what your body and energy field reveal. Fatigue, unease, or reluctance around certain individuals are not judgments, they are signals. Similarly, if you find yourself feeling energized, inspired, or deeply understood in the presence of certain friends, recognize those connections as worthy of deeper cultivation. Today is not a day for abrupt severing of ties, but for silent acknowledgments. The beginnings of inner choices about where you will invest your precious emotional energy moving forward. Above all, Scorpio, remember that loyalty does not require self-betrayal. You are not obligated to maintain bonds that diminish you, nor are you required to sacrifice your own peace for the sake of appearances. True family, whether by blood or by soul, honors your growth, your evolving needs, and your right to be fully, authentically yourself. Today is an invitation to honor the relationships that honor you in return, and to lovingly release, even if only energetically, those that no longer resonate with the person you are becoming. Scorpio, today you stand at a subtle but undeniable threshold, the space where reflection transforms into action, where inner clarity must now be given form through conscious movement. The hours of silent reckoning, of emotional excavation, of patient recalibration have not been wasted. They were not delays. They were the necessary foundations being laid beneath the surface of your life, preparing you for the next stage with a strength so quiet, so enduring that it will not easily be shaken. Today's shifts are not explosive. They are steady, deliberate, and profoundly significant. You are not being asked to leap blindly into the unknown, nor are you being called to cling desperately to familiar but stagnant patterns. You are being invited, calmly, insistently, to take the first clear steps toward the life you have been envisioning. Whether consciously or in the quiet, aching corners of your heart, it is not about proving anything to anyone. It is about aligning your outer actions with your inner knowing, one real choice at a time. Every area of your life echoes this theme now. In your work and financial pursuits, success will come not through reckless ambition, but through patient construction, choosing partnerships and paths that support your long-term evolution rather than simply appeasing immediate desires. In love and relationships, authenticity is your guiding light. You are no longer available for half-truths, for emotional entanglements that erode rather than elevate you. Only those willing to meet you at the depth you require, with honesty, growth, and mutual respect, will find a place beside you as you move forward. In your health and well-being, your task today is not to conquer your body or silence your emotions, but to listen, to adjust, and to nurture yourself as you would nurture something precious, fragile, and sacred, because you are. And in your family and friendships, the lesson remains. Loyalty to others must never come at the cost of loyalty to yourself. Choosing peace, choosing truth, choosing growth, even when it requires difficult conversations or silent goodbyes, is not selfish. It is the truest form of love you can offer, both to yourself and to those who are truly meant to walk beside you. Oh, Scorpio, you are not behind. You are not lost. You are arriving steadily, bravely, magnificently at the threshold of a new life that honors everything you have endured, everything you have learned, and everything you are becoming. Trust the quiet strength within you. Trust the invisible hands guiding you. Trust the sacred rhythm of your own evolution. Today, you do not have to leap. You only have to begin one steady, courageous step at a time. The universe is walking with you, Scorpio, and every step you take now is not a gamble. It is a confirmation you are ready